Good Wednesday afternoon. This is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates, bringing you the TrueView exterior severe outlook. We do have some severe possible tomorrow, so we'll take a look at that. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying this beautiful 70-degree day. It's not going to get much better than this for a little while, so let's take a look at what we've got possibly coming. Storm Prediction Center has most of Indiana in a marginal risk for severe tomorrow, with far west central Indiana in a slight risk for severe. As we look at the tornado risk for tomorrow, that's primarily north of I-70, and that's going to be because there's going to be a boundary between a warm front moving north and a cold front coming from the west, and in that kind of near the triple point is where the tornado activity will have the best chance. Chances are about 2% or so for most of the region. Here's a look at the Storm Prediction Center's severe wind outlook. Again, they've got us in a 5 to 14% risk for damaging winds tomorrow. Again, I think that's probably really our primary threat. Here's a look at the risk for severe hail. It's the same as the winds, 5 to 14%. The best chance for damaging hail is actually going to be out over western Illinois, southeastern Iowa, and northeastern Missouri, actually most of Missouri. So we do have a hail threat here tomorrow, but it's not going to be super high, but it does exist. So here's a look at a couple of different models. Here's the HRRR, the 12Z HRRR, and we'll let this thing start over again and take a look at what it's got, because it's a little bit different from what the NAM3K has. So as this starts over, you can see we've got this warm front kind of moving up, and we've got these storms that move to the northeast overnight tonight. So by the HRRR model, we could have a pretty noisy overnight at times, and could be some strong storms. And of course that boundary lifts up. Then as we move on, again, here's that boundary moving up, and then right behind it by late tomorrow morning comes this other front. And by the HRRR, that's our biggest threat will occur in the morning. And then by the evening, we've got this other boundary that will kind of lift in, but the cold front as a whole will be pushing south by then. And as we get into early Friday. So by the HRRR, again, our biggest threat is going to be overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. However, if you look at the NAM3K, it's much farther north with that warm front boundary, and with the triple point back in there, it kind of takes that secondary front that comes through and washes it out. And then by late tomorrow evening, then we have that second push, but most of that activity stays. So it stays off to our south. So again, that warm front boundary up to the north, here comes the secondary boundary. It kind of washes it out by late morning, which kind of makes sense. And then as we get into the evening, then there's a secondary push of storms that would get through here by late tomorrow evening into the very early hours of Friday. So you can see there are a couple of different scenarios set up by the high resolution data. Again, more of a threat from the HRRR than from the NAM3K. I'll kind of analyze the setup as we get through the day today, and kind of look at how things look out to the west, how the dynamics are setting up here, and I'll give you a better idea as we get into the evening as to what I really think is going to happen. But I just wanted to run this by you, show you a couple of possibilities, show you the Storm Prediction Center, what their thoughts are. Again, this is the hail outlook, 5 to 14%. This is the damaging wind, again, 5 to 14%, 2 to 4% tornado threat, and just an overall marginal risk for severe. So we'll take a look at that. I actually would not be surprised to see the slight risk kind of pulled a little farther east, maybe toward Indianapolis, but we'll see how that works out at the next SPC update. So for now, this is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. Enjoy your beautiful afternoon, and thank you.